今天我女儿拿我的手机刷到个视频，
The other day, my daughter picked up my phone and came across a video saying that ordinary people nowadays only earn around $400 to $700 a month. She completely broke down. I wish you could have seen how heartbroken she was. She started crying and asked me, "What's the point of studying if I'm only going to make $700? Why should I even try? Why do you keep feeding me all that chicken soup about studying hard to get into a good university and land a great job?" To be completely honest, making $14,000 a year as an ordinary person in China is genuinely tough, unless you live in top-tier megacities like Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, or Shenzhen. Earning $1,100 a month puts you ahead of 80% to 90% of the population. A monthly salary of $1,100 adds up to about $13,200 a year, still shy of $14,000. I live in Guiyang, and around here, a monthly income of $400 to $700 is the norm. But if you look at the internet or social media, it feels like everyone around you is effortlessly pulling in six-figure salaries. A while back, I posted a video mentioning that I was in debt. Immediately, a bunch of people jumped out with this arrogant high and mighty attitude, saying, "You're in debt at your age? You're completely finished." They act like they're worth millions, but the reality? If you are debt-free and have even $10,000 or $15,000 in savings, you have already outperformed the vast majority of your peers. That's not comfort talking, that is the plain truth. Truth is, very few families today can pull out $15,000 in liquid cash savings on demand. I know people in my own social circle who post constant travel photos surfing in Sanya today, hitting trendy restaurants tomorrow, when in reality, they are on the brink of defaulting on their credit cards and microloans. I even have a friend living in a luxury home who used to borrow $50 or $70 from me every now and then just to cover her kids' tutoring fees. So many people are just put together on the surface, those showing off refined, glamorous lives online might not even know how they're going to pay off next month's credit card bill. For an ordinary person, every day starts with bills, work dinners, commuting, dating, buying gifts for parents during holidays. It all costs money. The moment your paycheck hits your account, before it even warms up, mortgages, car loans, water, electricity, and gas bills sweep it all away. A lot of people end up spending more than they make. So let me say something that might sting a lot of people. If you can save $7,000 a year, you are already an absolute top performer. Don't think $7,000 is a small amount. Break it down. That's saving about $550 a month. If your monthly income is only $700, saving $550 is impossible unless someone else covers your rent and utilities, even if you make $1,100 a month. Saving $550 consistently requires tightening your belt significantly. Saving money isn't about how much you earn, it's about how little you spend. I know this from personal experience. Years ago, I was earning tens of thousands of dollars a year, yet I didn't save a single cent. I didn't even know where the money went. Then I started tracking my expenses for 3 months, and I realized I was spending $11 a day on 2 extra large Starbucks coffees, sitting there all afternoon, and adding a dessert for a daily total of $15. That's hundreds of dollars a month just on snacks. On top of that, weekly food delivery and eating out ran into hundreds more. I had daily package deliveries, and weekend trips to the supermarket for little household items added up fast. It's those tiny, daily expenses that bleed you dry. On the flip side, look at the workers in my shop. A couple working there told me their combined household income is barely $1,400 a month, and they have a mortgage, a car loan, and 2 kids to raise yet. They have a disciplined saving habit. They deposit at least $7 every single day without fail. By the end of the year, they managed to save over $2,500. They told me, "We don't have high-paying skills, so we just save whatever little we can." It sounds simple, but it's brilliant. The truly smart people are quietly building their savings. There's a popular phrase going around called the newly poor people, who use their entire paycheck just to pay off monthly debts and installment loans. What do they fear most? A sudden illness, an unexpected layoff, or any sudden emergency? That anxiety is something so many people carry today. Can anyone guarantee that life will always be smooth sailing? What if your aging parents need medical care? What if an emergency hits you or a loved one? You need a financial cushion. In moments like that, You realize that refined lifestyles and status are completely useless compared to cold, hard savings in your bank account. The flashy lifestyle you see online often comes with a price tag you simply cannot afford. Of course, don't panic or get overly anxious. What you earn today doesn't define what you'll earn forever. As long as you keep moving forward and upward, stop comparing yourself to what others post online. They only show you what they want you to see, not the mess behind the curtain. And while we save money, we also need to build our skills. If you learn just a little bit every day, you'll be in a completely different place a year from now. As the saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. I told all of this to my daughter, and she nodded, half understanding. I know she can't fully grasp the hardships of adult life just yet, but I hope she comes to understand that the purpose of education isn't just about how high your future salary will be. It's about giving yourself more choices and the capability to face whatever challenges life throws at you. I think that is the best answer I can give her.
The other day, I saw a video about a mom whose daughter came across a clip on her phone saying that ordinary people nowadays only earn about $400 to $700 a month. The young girl completely broke down in tears, crying and asking, "What's the point of going to school if I'm only going to make $700? Why do people keep feeding me all that chicken soup about studying hard to get a good job? What's the point of it all?" Listening to that, I bet a lot of parents and hard-working young people watching this felt a sudden knot in their stomach. The internet and social media have truly warped our sense of reality. You scroll for a minute, and it feels like everyone is pulling in six-figure salaries, surfing in tropical resorts today, and dining at trendy luxury restaurants tomorrow. It makes you feel like you're the only person on earth struggling on $300 to $500 a month, and if you happen to be in debt, a mob of self-righteous trolls online immediately jumps out to mock you, telling you that your life is completely ruined. But what does the real world actually look like? Unless you are living in top-tier megacities like New York or Shanghai, earning $100 a month in a typical mid-sized or small city actually puts you ahead of 80% to 90% of the population. In reality, if you ask most ordinary families to pull out $15,000 in liquid cash savings on the spot, they simply can't do it. Those people showing off glamorous, refined lives on social media every day, half of them can't even cover next month's credit card or microloan bill. Those living in mansions might secretly be borrowing a couple $100 from friends just to cover their kids' extra classes. Everyone is just acting like they've got it made while you're the only one taking the anxiety seriously. So when a child asks, "What's the point of studying if you only make a few $100?" I think the response this mom gave was absolute gold, and it's something every single one of us should reflect on. First, education was never just about how big your future paycheck will be. It's about giving you options when real life hits you with a low blow. If you don't get an education, master a trade, or build real skills, you might not even qualify for those entry-level $400 or $500 jobs. You'll be left with no choice but to do backbreaking, low-barrier labor that can replace you in a heartbeat. Studying is the lowest cost, most effective shield an ordinary person has against life's risks. Second, never look down on anyone who quietly and consistently saves money. The essence of saving isn't about how much you earn, it's about how much you actually keep. Plenty of people make $1,000 or $2,000 a month, buying extra large coffees every day, ordering food delivery, and impulse shopping online. At the end of the year, they haven't saved a single dime, and the moment a surprise expense pops up, they completely collapse. They are the textbook newly poor. On the flip side, ordinary workers making modest wages who religiously put away $7 every single day end up with over $2,500 in savings by the end of the year. Their lives are grounded, stable, and resilient. In this day and age, if you are debt-free and can steadily save a few $1,000s a year, you are already an absolute winner. Don't let online vanity blind you. When push comes to shove, no amount of aesthetic living or status can match the security of real savings sitting in your bank account. Life isn't a movie, and there aren't many overnight success stories.